Hi, thanks for watching. This is going to be the first of a couple of presentations on behalf of our client Craig Thomson. We don't usually do this sort of thing because usually clients like to have their affairs kept quiet. We actually sell discretion here at McArdle Legal. Surprising people use our services and no one knows they have used them. Of course, that's important. An important thing for a lawyer to offer his or her client is confidentiality. However, our client, Mr. Thomson, has been made the most famous man in Australia, excuse the flippancy of the expression, when he doesn't want to be, need to be or deserve to be. Mr. Thomson is a very good local member. He's the only member of his party to have increased his majority at the 2010 election. He's got a very proud record of achievements on behalf of the people who voted for him and who put him in Canberra. Unfortunately for him, he is also the victim of a most insidious and improper campaign brought to bear on him by the most puzzling of sources of power in our country. We're not criticising anybody, so anyone who's sensitive out there, please don't take this the wrong way. But why did 7 policemen arrest him? Why was he not, considering he was a non-violent person, on a series of minor charges, why was he not simply given police bail? Why was he handed over to the care of prison officers who strip searched him? Why do they keep on increasing the charges against him, such as defrauding Coles because he purchased a packet of cigarettes for $12.99, the same packet of cigarettes, defrauding MasterCard or Visa, whoever it is, because he used that card to purchase a packet of cigarettes, defrauding the Health Services Union because he used that card to purchase a packet of cigarettes. The fact that he denies having bought cigarettes using his MasterCard, his Visa or his petrol card or whatever has got nothing to do with it. They take one minor allegation and they turn it into 4 criminal charges. Why do they do that? Then why does radio station 2GB think it's really a hoot to run a personality assassination campaign on our client? Why is this? Well, the answer obviously is a simple one. The answer is that our client was a member of a government that had no majority. It was a hung parliament. Had he been simply a backbencher in opposition or a backbencher in a government with 5 or 6 majority, then we wouldn't probably be seeing the need to make this tape, because he would simply be another backbencher in a reasonably prosperous and happy area of New South Wales. That's the northern part of the central coast of New South Wales. You ever go there, it's a place that's not rich, not poor, everyone's getting on with their lives, everyone enjoys a certain security and a certain prosperity, which is enhanced by the efforts of Mr. Thomson. He has run up over 100,000, not hundreds of thousands yet, but it looks like it's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees because of the attempt to get him. The General Manager of the Fair Work Authority, now known as the Fair Work Commission, Fair Work Australia, which changes its name constantly, has prosecuted him largely because, and I say this advisedly, because of pressure from a Senate committee. Used to haul the poor woman before this committee and quiz her and cross-examine her. So now we have this set of charges. Thankfully, most of the Fair Work charges in the federal court have been adjourned until after the criminal charges. Following this, one person got all this against him. So probably that won't get much of a rebirth. There's a couple of residual matters, such as did an officer of the union work for him on his campaign? Well, yes, he did, and with the permission of the union. That's somehow subject to interstate full federal court analysis, but that's probably just a residual part of that case. So we've got him solved on that. Then we've got these criminal charges where he is alleged to have bought endless packets of cigarettes. He's alleged to have engaged in sexual congress with strangers for money. Surprisingly, for over 90% of those charges, he wasn't actually in the same state as the person offering the services. Very, very odd way of having sexual intercourse, I would have thought, interstate. On other occasions, he was with reputable people who can vouch for the fact that they were not involved in sexual proclivities. activities with him. So this is all trumped up charges. If you look at the 2GB website, if it's still there, a bit on it, I'm sure the website's still there, you used to be able to find a driver's licence of Mr. Thomson that was supposed to have been got from a brothel. Well, it didn't have his address on it, it had someone else's address on it. It did have his photograph photoshopped into it, and then it had a credit card receipt that had an electronic reproduction of his signature on it. Now all of this is all part of who cares about the facts. We've got a sucker in our crosshairs, let's kill him. And that's because it's a hung parliament. Now we would like everybody to realise that this could happen to you. This could happen to any Australian at all. Anyone who gets in the way of certain ruthless people can have this happen to them. It's Craig Thomson today, it's you tomorrow. Now I'd like to continue this series with a number of presentations that analyse the issues, and then perhaps, in order to be useful, give some people some tips about what to do about their legal rights, both in the workplace, when they're dealing with the police, when they're dealing with the press, and in order to enhance themselves generally. So I hope that's been useful, and until the next one, thank you.